Hello and welcome to Mine Factory Reloaded Part 1. First thing I want to talk about is the rubber trees. Now, as you may obviously know, you get the IC2 rubber. When you get that, you just get sticky resin. But if you look in other times in the swamp, you'll find these trees, and these have got much greener leaves. So we just get ourselves an axe. We'll just take a diamond. Well, sorry, an axe, not a pickaxe. Chop these down. We can see that it's not quite the same as the ICT trees. So what happens is we get rubber, we get rubber wood, and we get this this Mine Factory Reloaded. Well, I've just call it Mine Factory for now, because it's quite a wordy title. Sapling. So what we want to do is let's just get a furnace. I think we'll just choose a regular furnace for now. Get some coal. Just put this down here. Put our furnace down. Then what we want to do is we want to get this rubber, and we want to cook it with some coal. And what that's going to do is, I believe, it's going to give us something called rubber bars. As you can see, there we are, we've got a rubber bar. And so what you need to do with the rubber bars is then you need to smelt them one more time. So let's just get rid of that for now. And once we smelt them a second time, okay, we'll get one more. We get raw plastic. And raw plastic, we then going to need to get... we get 4 raw plastic. I'll just get some here. Get some raw plastic. And we'll just get our crafting table. Okay. So we get 4 raw plastic and put them in a grid like this. And that's going to give us plastic sheets. And plastic sheets are going to be very, very useful for what we actually need to do, because this is where all the mod comes in. It's a very, very, very interesting mod, and there's quite a lot to it actually. But the plastic sheets are really, that's from the rubber trees in swamps, are the most important thing, and they're the sort of like what you get up to. So then, what we need to think about. We need to get some tools first. The tool is called a hammer. This is it, a precision sledgehammer. Let's look at the recipe for this. As you can see, 3 plastic sheets and 2 sticks. Okay. We can also, there's also a machine block we're going to need, not to be confused with the other machine blocks. I believe it's this one. And as you can see, it's 3 plastic sheets and 3 stone. So in other words, we can create the machine blocks and the hammers in this fashion. And there's also something called ceramic dies, and you can see that we can actually make ceramic dies in each of the 16 colours. So yeah, just checking to see they're all there. I might actually be able to work out how many items are actually in this whole thing by because if if you just measure it. But anyway, I won't do that now, because that wouldn't be too useful. All right. So with that in mind, let's just get some of the items. So we said we need the machine blocks. Like I say, the very, very easy factory machine block, and the hammer. Very, very easy to craft. It's called the Precision Sledgehammer. Okay, that's quite a good name. So the next thing we need to do is we need to look towards animal breeding. Now, animal breeding is going to be very, very useful, and is definitely a key feature of the mod. There's various other elements within the mod I'll get to in later episodes. But for now, I want to think about animal breeding. Okay, so I've realised that Ray's Minimap, which was a video I did just before filming this one, is not actually included in the launcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the animal breeding next time, and now I'm going to show you the footage that I did for Ray's Minimap. Hello and welcome to Ray's Minimap. Now this is a good time to do this mod because it's actually just got a new update, and as you can see I've just made a waypoint here. Waypoints are something in the game to isolate areas that you like, and what you can see is it appears in the colour you want here. And it has this sort of thing, a bit like a beacon here. And one of the interesting things is, if we go far away, well not particularly far away, you know, just somewhere, this is like a cool area I've got here, right next to spawn as well. That's awesome. You can see also, but yeah, so so we just go to waypoints here, we can click on it and then we just click teleport to, and then we're straight back at the waypoint. So it's like, I mean, that is very, very useful. It almost makes this teleportation issue. Something which I covered in a recent industrial craft video. I don't know. I mean, it's another way of doing it, that's for sure. I mean, and it's a very, very good way of doing it. As you can see, there's a lot of menus. We've got Old North on, and that actually changes. I'm not quite sure how that works. So you can choose to hide the map. You can choose to hide the coordinates. You can choose the location of the map. We can also choose the we've got here terrain depth. We can choose off. Still looks pretty good actually. If we just get out of it, yeah, that gives you a real good idea of what biome you're in. Press M, of course, to actually access it. It's the default key. And we'll just go back into this menu. We'll turn it back on now. The slope, height, or both. Block transparency on or off. Yeah, and these are grid lines for chunks. Biome overlay. Solid, transparent, or off. Chunk grid there, you can see it's being toggled on and off. I quite like to have it on there. Biomes on or off. Water transparency, you can see the water there just slightly changing. May as well leave that on. There's a lot of stuff here. Beacon, signs, or both. So that's so you can alter that. Yeah, it's just pretty cool. So so yeah, I mean, we can see, let's have a look. So we've done all those, and yeah, I mean this, I love this interface. Controls, we can see we've got some controls. Actually we've got the menu, which I can't actually see. Okay, that's why it's like that, because it can't be unbound. But all the others, you can do the key bindings. Radar. Now radar is quite new. I think you see player helmets, icon filtering, show players, show neutrals, and hostiles. So we can see here's all the villagers here. When we do turn neutrals on, icon outlines, hostile enemies, pretty obvious. You can hide the whole menu. But yeah, I mean, size, obviously, large is probably best. You can change from a square to a circle, or prefer circular. I do know what this Old North thing is. I remember it's like that all the enemies tend to head like west or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I know that the enemies or even neutral mobs will actually head towards a certain direction just naturally. They're sort of inclined to do that. And yeah, I've done that one as well. So I mean, really, I mean, it's a very, very important mod, and there's so much to it that yeah, it really is. It's going to be very, very useful. And I'm also going to talk about, this is actually the first village I've ever found. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to talk about villages a bit more because there's several different types of villages, and that may come up in a upcoming Minecraft features episode. But until that time, that is all for now.